influence.
It's so funny. I come over. I think we said 2 words to each other.
Yeah.
saving every word we got.
Because we kind of realized now, like,
yeah,
everything has to be recorded.
Literally, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try to put together something with last week's recording.
What about some shorts?
I don't
What
know,
about just like
Instagram shorts.
no, on YouTube, like one-liner.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to pull a short from like a full episode.
Yeah. But you could also do these because our
What-
2 fans haven't seen them.
Yeah. What I want to do, too fancy. Just I think Rosie and your brother. I want to put together like a catch-up episode, like a short 20-25 minute one from last week's stuff, because I
Okay.
want to be at 52 episodes by the
by the year mark.
And right now I think we're 3 behind.
Okay, that's
So-
why you wanted to do it today.
We want to do one today and we'll do one Friday, and that should be 2 caught up, and then we'll just need to catch up one more time.
Yeah, I think my parents-in-law. Is that what it's called?
Your in-laws?
My in-laws.
Yeah.
But technically, it's your parents-in-law, right? Like you say, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law.
It's parents-in-law, but in-laws are it's easier that
It
way.
automatically defaults to your parents.
Your new parentals.
Yeah. So they're coming in like next week, and then they'll be here for a week. So
Okay.
we'll have to figure something out.
Okay. So we'll have today's episode. I'll have the scuffed episode, and then I'll have episode from Friday. Should be good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we record Friday, we should be fine.
Yeah.
Like in 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we can skip the next week because we'll have that buffer. You see what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about the last episode we recorded. They haven't seen it yet. This will probably come out before that episode.
We were trying something. We were gonna go get
We
drinks.
tried a mobile
were
episode. We went on a field trip.
I think we just drank too much.
I think we drank too much. We drank too much, and we said everything that was really funny
while we were drinking.
on the way there and while ordering the drinks. And then when we sat down, I just got really drunk. I got way too drunk, way too
and
quick.
then you were just like,
And I kept saying I wanted to kill myself or something. Got really dark. It
rough day.
was a great day too.
It was fun.
I just got in my own head about a lot of shit.
Maybe that's more like vlog style.
Yeah, but we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We're not doing that.
We're gonna
I
vlog our lives.
never want to do a vlog.
Remember back in the day when we would just party here though? And then we thought like we should do vlogs.
Well, I feel like a vlog is almost a podcast in a way because it's just
Yeah.
a guy walking around. The only difference is he's walking around.
Right, but if you have like friends and you're recording the dumb things your friends are doing, more of like David Dobrik would have like the thing where he records everybody and then have like 1 minute of vlog in his car.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the whole thing about his videos where he would record like all week, hours and hours of
And then he
content,
wouldn't like
he'd
it.
have 4 minutes and 20 seconds that he would put out, which is crazy. But
Yeah.
I always think about this with movie editors as well, like having to cut a trailer for a movie. You're given
Oh,
what
wow.
I don't know the number, but if you shoot like a legit film, you probably have like hundreds of hours of footage.
Yeah, and now what they're doing with the trailers is they're doing footage that's not even in the movie.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
like,
see the trailer and you're like, oh wow, that's cool.
Well,
Well,
'cause-
like you never hear that line, you never see that thing.
why that happens though.
I started seeing it with the Marvel things, but no.
So they would shoot a bunch of shit and then start editing the movie, and then they'd realize, oh, we have way too much.
Yeah, I can't use all this.
Can't use all of it. So they would take it out, put it in like a bonus scenes or the extended edition. That's where you get that stuff.
Yeah, there's like this. Is it the Suicide Squad or something?
Yeah, that's a movie. That is a movie.
Yeah.
Harley
It had like the Joker in it.
Mhm.
But they actually filmed so much for him. They could have done a whole movie just for him. But then he gets like 20 minutes screen time. Or something
Really?
like that. Yeah. And then I hear like, oh yeah, maybe we might just make a movie later with him because he's this the Joker. He's like super dramatic.
Is this before the Joker movie came out? Like you and
The bad one. Oh, it was good.
The first one was good.
The second one was
The second one was
heard it was a musical.
literal disaster. Yeah. Tim Dillon talking about it is the funniest thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's like,
That's all you need to see.
this is the worst movie I've ever seen or have been involved with, and I think it's going to fail. But if it does great, then I am really happy that I was involved,
It failed.
and I think that it was a great project, and I love the vision.
How was he involved? Was he actually in it?
He was in the movie. Yeah. It's
And then I remember him. He said he went and sat down, and he goes, "Wait a minute, they're singing."
yeah. It's like talking to like the fucking mic
Director?
guy.
Oh yeah,
It's like talking to someone like who's working on the movie. He's like, what do you think? What is this? And the guy's like, I don't know. What are we even doing?
I just work here, man. Like,
Yeah,
he's like, this is the Joker, right? Like
yeah,
the Joker, like
the bad guy,
psychopathic, like
murder
like,
people.
I understand they're trying to develop a character here, and it's the Joker, one of the most interesting people.
Yeah.
But then, like, I hear it's a musical, not even worth watching. You know what I was thinking about the other day was the moment when I don't even know what she was before she was Harley Quinn. Some psychiatrist
I
person,
don't know,
right?
dude.
But her whole storyline is that she went and was supposed to like talk to the Joker and like break him down or whatever. But he ends up tricking her, and she falls in love with him and breaks him out.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's the whole lore.
I actually like that.
Yeah, that was fun. It's the whole lore and
So they
everything.
fucked that up.
But there's no story of Harley Quinn doing all that. You know, like you get like 5 minutes of her like,
You're
oh man,
right.
I love you, and it's like the psychology. You could have a whole movie of
Make-
her like falling for him.
Well,
basically.
honestly, what you do is you make that the first half of the movie, and then the second half of the movie is them doing all the cool shit that we saw them do in the cartoons.
Right. But I'm thinking,
bro, are we directors? I think I'm a director of
we just
myself.
need the first hour to like get all the hardcore audience who are going to be like, that's an amazing film, and then the next one of all the people who could sit through it all, and now you get your action and your explosions.
Yep,
Or we should just do 2 movies and
Yep.
make them an hour long each.
absolutely. That's really good.
But I
like
was
that.
just like, dang, she has such an interesting backstory. I really want to know
Sorry.
what it is. You know,
So I agree.
or
I agree.
or show me how that happens.
I think that'd be a great movie.
Yeah, because
First hour is her falling in love.
yeah, and you know everybody had the Harley Quinn explosion thing. Margaret Robbie playing her like we need more Harley Quinn.
That was
There was a
great.
cartoon that came out.
What was
all
that?
this stuff.
That was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, where she I guess premiered.
That was early. That was like
That was-
2016.
yeah, a long
I think.
time ago.
Good movie.
But it was good.
Never saw it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I don't
good. It's probably one of the last Marvel
I don't see movies.
movies that I watch. Or that's DC actually.
I
Uh,
don't really watch movies anymore. I really want to watch a movie, but I'll get home and I'll be like, okay, I can do 10 other things that I would rather do.
We should go watch the Minecraft movie.
I'm honestly I'm down. Did you listen to Lemon Party talk
Yeah.
about it? God. The Nether. Ooh. We really should.
They're just all so stereotypical people. Like they explain like, oh yeah, you know, like the one fat horny bitch. Like, okay, there's always one of those people.
And then there's the black lady who goes, mm-mm-mm.
And she's honestly like the best comic relief of like the whole movie. But also,
How do you know? Did you see it?
well, no, they talked about it. But I just know that type of person. Like,
Yeah. You need someone to ask, oh, what's over there? And then it's Jack Black, who Steve will go, oh, that's a crafting table.
Jen and I watched this thing on Netflix called
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie, but it's this it's like this murder mystery thing. It was actually pretty good. Only 8 episodes, like an hour long each. Very interesting. But in the beginning and while we were watching, we kind of realized like everything they said was one-liners. You know, very like dry humor. You just like went to the one-liner textbook and just like picked up all these things.
Grabbed a bunch of them.
And we were like kind of peeved by it. You know, we finished the first episode and we're like,
Felt lazy.
how come like, yeah, we liked it, but we didn't. Like we liked it because it was like murder mystery and all these cool things, but then also like everybody was like bland,
You know,
stereotypical,
yeah.
nothing special with any of the characters. It was like, okay, that guy's like the FBI agent. He acts exactly what you expect. She's like the main person, and she's supposed to be like the super cool. Well, what it was is that they made
Real
her
quick,
like.
what's the name of the show? So people might know. You don't even know the name.
I don't even know the
So
name.
don't tell.
Murder at the White House. There's only like one thing about it.
That's the name?
Sure. on
Come on.
Netflix.
You can't tell a story about a show and then not.
Oh,
say
yeah,
the
it's
name of
got
the
a
show.
black female protagonist.
Okay. Listen, if I'm listening to this podcast, I'm gonna go, what fucking show is he talking about?
well, just keep listening. Maybe it'll come
Well,
back up.
either way. What I think is funny
but
about
this is what we do on the show. We tell people about things that we've seen, and we don't tell them what it actually is.
Yes, this is
That's
true.
like the type of friend you talk to. Yeah, there's this great movie, all this stuff, and you're like, wow, that's interesting. I'll really watch it if I knew what it was called.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
hate those people.
I think the writers failed on that show. I don't know what show. I don't know the name of the show. I don't know anything about it. But you're saying that the concept was good, but the one-liners were shit. I think the writers just failed.
It wasn't that their one-liners were bad. It's that everything was a one-liner. Like, they weren't having conversations with each other. One person would say a whole paragraph that got every single point across that you needed to hear. And then the other person would do the same thing. And there wasn't any, like, interrupting and doing this and doing that.
Right.
But it's also just kind of the format of the thing.
Well, to transition, I'm watching a show on Crunchyroll. Called Goblin Slayer. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
Basically, it's about this like universe where these people have to kill these bad guys, and they get paid out for it. And they're goblins, monsters, demons, all that.
Sounds like fun.
And there's one guy who just is obsessed with killing goblins. So I guess he like murdered and raped his whole family.
Oh,
okay. And when they explain the goblins, let me explain the goblins and their behavior, and then you relate that to an ethnicity in America. So they live underground in caves. It's not really relative to them.
the Jews.
No, these people are strong and like, you know,
Okay.
pretty poor. They're just like, they're beasts. They hunt down the men, steal the women for sex, and then eat everyone. And they don't speak good English, and they smell kind of bad.
This has got to be the Native Americans in the 1800s. When they go to the other tribes and they kill all the men and they rape the women and scalp them.
So it's black people. And it's so funny to think that because all Asians are super racist towards black people. So there's basically this community of Asians that made this show who hate black people, and they're like, but we can't make a show about black people. Let's just call them goblins. These people, these fucking awful animals that hunt men,
live
eat
in the
them,
slums,
and then rape their women. And then I'm watching this, and I'm like, this is about black people. Oh no, the camera fell. That's probably for the best. wait, hold on. I'll turn it for you. We're gonna keep all this in. There. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, this is so like subtly racist, like, for sure.
Yeah, you're sure you're not just.
There's no black guy. I was worried you would say that. I think you might be onto something with that. But there's no black people. All right. Well, I'll keep going. I'll keep talking. I'll try to fix this a little bit. Little technical difficulties. Stay with us here. We're figuring it out. We need 2 bricks to hold up the phone. It's good. It's actually great. So yeah, I guess I'm the racist one, but
No. Don't say that about yourself. It's not that you recognize this because of your prerequisite of hatred towards black people.
right.
It's because the movie, obviously expressed that. And when you see elves and dragons and goblins, you assume the goblins are the black people, just because that's how they portrayed the film.
But no, not in every. Goblins are basically what goblins are in any sort of fantasy universe. They're one of like 3 minorities. They're either Armenian, some sort of like Mexican Spanish.
Wait, whenever you watch a fantasy film, do you automatically assume that
I assume a race to each character.
fantasy race is related to a real life human race?
Somewhat, yeah. It's a fun little game. It's a fun game to play.
All right, elves.
Those are Jews because they have long noses and they're tall.
Oh, and they're like rich and have been around a long time.
They're usually not rich. They're more. I feel like the richest of them would be like. You know what? I don't know. I'll stop talking. What else? Hit me with the next one. I'll tell you what race they are.
Dwarves.
Oh, are they? I feel like every one of them is just like Jewish. Dwarves are Irish people. Those are
Okay,
the
yeah,
mix,
that's
bro.
true.
Those are the fucking.
That's true.
Those are the Waps. No, those are Italian. Never mind.
What about like your beast people? So like hooves and for legs.
Oh, like a centaur.
Yeah.
Those I think are just like. I think that's just.
I think Indian.
I like
Because
that.
they're kind of like gross.
No, I would go like any sort of character that's like a druid. I guess an elf, because druids are very nature oriented. They love the animals.
Yeah, I mean that's Native
That'd
American.
be so whatever character would play a druid.
Oh, so you're
Might be a night
saying
elf, or might be an elf.
who's most likely to play a class? Like druids are most like
Right. So what?
elves are most
what-
likely to play druids, and druids are most likely to be
Elves.
whatever.
Elves, yeah.
So like dwarves are most likely to be warriors. So
Dwarves
that's why
are-
they're Irish.
Dwarves are
because they're,
Irish
like,
mix, yeah.
Viking kind of.
Sure.
What
Hit me
other
with- hit me with the other
fantasy races?
Orc. That's a black guy. That's a black guy.
Oh, it's real easy.
It spells itself. It's perfect. It fits so perfectly.
ORCBLACK. It's the same.
Trolls. Trolls.
Oh, yep.
Mexican. Puerto Rican, one of those.
No, those have got to be
That's
like...
dingle! They're Jamaican.
oh, you're saying like the little trolls. I'm thinking like this big
I'm thinking that big.
bridge
All right,
troll
so you
type
know, so they're all right. So in World of Warcraft,
Okay, let's
really nerd this
I gotta
down.
put that in my head.
They're the orcs and the trolls. They live together in the same area in Orgrimmar or in Durotar.
But trolls have noses and orcs don't.
I think they both have noses. No, you know what? Maybe not. Orcs might have that cool.
Chopped off nose.
Yeah,
thing.
from The Last of Us. That one guy, the dude. Remember that one guy?
No,
You watch The Last of Us?
I'm thinking about Voldemort.
Same shit.
Okay.
Same shit. Yeah, trolls are the same height as orcs in this universe that I'm thinking of, so they wouldn't be huge or anything.
What are the short
Goblins.
horde? Yeah, goblins. I guess
Goblins,
right,
and we all know those are. Anyway, yeah. I think we'll be right back.
yeah. So really, video games are racist.
I don't think video games are racist. I think what they do is it's like, you know how I'm gonna do a little deep cut here. You know how we have a different word for the N word? How we say Philly?
Okay, yeah.
It's like
There's a few different
video
versions.
games don't say the N word, but they use Philly. They imply there's a lot of implication amongst each character, and where they get the inspiration to write about these characters? It's from real life.
from real life.
Not racist. I'm just stating facts. Here.
So it would not be a surprise at all when GTA 6 comes out and there's different groups of ethnic people. Like they got to make
Well, that's
it.
That's humans. That's real people.
So it's okay if it's real people to be racist.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, it's actually worse.
Yeah. But what are they going to be walking around and say, "Yo, what up, Philly?"
But if they are black people in the game, which there are, you could say that because you're a black character.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if a white, I don't know. We're getting into a weird tangent here. Let's go ahead and move on. I just think that a lot of animes are just very subtly racist, and it takes a smart eye to catch that.
So let's think about an anime we recently watched, like Solo Leveling.
Yes. Not a single black guy in the entire 2 seasons of that show. Not a single black guy. Did you notice that?
You're right. And back in the day, that used to be because it was hard to color them in all the time.
Yeah.
But now with computers and everything, they don't have an excuse,
Photoshop,
really.
click.
Yeah, they don't have an excuse really nowadays.
You know, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Hold the fort down for me.
You don't think it's because it's harder to see them on the screen? Next, Dimitri and I are going to judge music. No, that one's pretty easy. Beer. That's a good one. Different types of alcohol. Definitely can be racist. But if you go down and you get into like the nitpicky things, I mean, you're almost like looking for where it isn't. You know? Like, where isn't it? That's a good question. Where isn't it? And where can't you put it or equate it? And if you're really good at it, you should be able to find it everywhere. Like bananas. That's obviously brown. White people don't eat bananas. Black people don't eat bananas. It's just little brown people, Asian people. It's a banana thing, right? I mean, everybody eats bananas, but I was just thinking about how if you're good at it, you can find racism in anything.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about fruit.
Okay.
What is the most racially leaning
Watermelon.
fruit? Oh, that was easy. Well, I didn't even think about that, but
Yeah.
you found it out pretty much quickly. But what about towards Asian people?
Whatever they make tofu out of. Tofu is it's a blandless, nothing white cube.
I thought
It's-
is tofu not just tofu?
I don't fucking know. Also, real quick, I hate to cut you off. I'm fucking burning up.
Yeah.
Want to move in the shade real quick? We just pick this whole.
Yeah, I
Set
guess
up.
you can.
Keep it going. Keep it rolling.
I'll just see us walk like all the way over there.
Oh yeah, the camera. Watch your step. Watch your head. Oh, we're good. All right. Perfect. Ah, fucking just smacked me in the face. All right. I'll grab the chairs. This is fun, moving the whole setup mid-pod. What other podcast is doing this, huh? Podcasts that are probably more prepared, I assume. Yeah, I like this spot a lot better.
Who else does a podcast outside?
There is a podcast called Podcast But Outside. It's literally the name of it.
That's real original.
I remember they started back during COVID. Now they're like pretty big. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they.
Started during COVID.
Yeah, that was honestly, if you want to do anything creative, COVID was like the time to do it.
That's 23 if you wanted to write it down.
I'll write it down. Yeah. Okay. Did have a few more topics I wanted to talk about.
Maybe it's almost good we just start during the week, you know? It's like when stuff is fresh.
Yeah, and I just write stuff down like as I'm going throughout my day. Like, you know, if I have an interesting thought, I'm like, fuck it, write that down. Who knows? Like today, let me see, where is it? Sorry for the nothing. Okay, I thought about this story today, and I wanted to tell you it. So, have you ever been sitting down on the toilet, taking a shit, or just pissing, and you accidentally piss through the crack of the toilet seat in the actual toilet bowl?
Yeah, all the time, actually.
Isn't that dude? So I'm in 6th grade, brand new school, just moved here from Texas, didn't know anyone. The first week of school, I think it was like the actual third day of school. I'm in gym class, and I'm in the bathroom, in the locker room, taking a shit. I believe I must have been taking a shit because I was sitting down, and I was pissing. Get up, piss all over my shorts.
Huh?
Literally just because I pissed right through the crack. I
You
pissed
didn't realize.
all over my shorts. I'm soaked in piss.
Well, that sucks.
Insecure 12-year-old, new school, doesn't know anybody, soaked in piss.
Yeah.
You know, then I have to go through gym class with piss soaked shorts, and people were like doing that.
They smelled it? It smelled?
Yeah. I wanted to die. I wanted to crawl into a hole and then just bury it with dirt and just leave me in there. Just kill me. It was the worst. But you know what that did? It was a huge, like, what's the word for, not coming of age, but it built a lot of character in me.
Yeah, you need
So I had to sit with that
trauma.
guilt and humiliation. Even though no one knew it was me, I'm sure people speculated.
They couldn't see your shorts covered in piss.
They totally could. That's the thing. They probably could if they looked hard enough. Here's the thing. there was so much piss. There was more wet than dry spots. So like the bottoms were like dry. So you can see like it's almost like a design on a short where it was like all kind of dark blue and then light blue at the
What
bottom.
you should have done is just taken some water and splashed your shirt too. So you're like, oh yeah, I was goofing off in the bathroom and I soaked myself.
They're all in there. Like, what do you mean? What are you goofing off? What are you, fag? You're goofing off in a bathroom? Let me kick your ass real quick.
The thoughts in your head as a 12-year-old.
Also,
How's this gonna go?
I saw my first fight in that class too. In the locker room, some like skinny kid was like pressing like this 8th grader who was black. Don't know why he was pressing him, but the black kid literally picked him up and threw him onto the. We had like these concrete benches along our locker.
Ooh, concrete.
Hit the side of his ear on it, and it split his ear off, and it was hanging on this part, hanging down. And I saw his inside of his ear.
In person, you just like walked around the corner and you saw this kid.
His
get
locker
thrown?
was next to mine, so this happened right next to me.
You're just like doing your thing.
Doing my
You
thing.
knew the kid.
And then I didn't know anyone. That's the thing. I didn't know anyone.
Mm.
So
He wasn't like, yo, watch this. Then he starts picking on the black kid.
So the white kid was next to me. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, he didn't do that. I think he was just being a fucking stupid white kid. And then the black kid just grabbed him and threw him on the fucking.
Dang.
And so you have to realize this is a built into the foundation of the building concrete bench.
It's like they lifted the floor up.
It's like up to here, fully concrete, thick. And I remember seeing his ear hang off, and I was like, "Holy fuck! I'm an adult now. I'm in middle school. Crazy." So that was crazy.
You said that was their first fight you saw. You've seen other fights like at school?
Oh yeah. There was this one fight. It was the funniest thing. This one fat kid. What was his name? Skylar, I believe.
Skylar. Sounds like somebody who would get make fun of.
Super fat, white, pale kid. Reddit mod. Discord mod, wherever you Reddit retard. Was having beef with a autistic kid,
Oh,
and they fought, and the autistic kid won.
hell yeah.
He was so fat. I remember watching him. We had to do hurdles. You remember hurdles? You
Yeah.
do that? It's like run and jump over them.
Yeah.
We had to, for gym class, we had to run around the track, and then on the last long way down, there's a
Jump
bunch of
over.
hurdles, so you had to jump them. I remember seeing him try to do it. He jumped the first one, tripped over it, fell, and then rolled the rest of the distance of the hurdles. Because he was so round and fat. He just kept rolling. It was a funny... Dude, all my friends and I were just kind of sitting there in awe, like... He's not stopping. He's still going. And I want to...
He tripped and he fell and he's like, no way I can jump that. I'll just roll to the end.
Dude, yeah. He played, yeah. It's like he had a special move. Where you could, like, roll.
You activated my trap card. Infinite rolls.
Infinite
That's when back in the day, you ever got video of that somehow? There's this Skyrim monster like trying to hit him behind him each time, and he just like rolls a little bit.
It's like every Elden Ring like boss where it's just like hit, roll, roll, hit, roll. He would have been really good at Elden Ring. But yeah, that kid sucked. Everyone hated him. It was he deserved everything he got to him. But he also probably was just like a sad, lonely, mentally ill kid and super pale, overweight.
Yeah, and
Didn't
then
have much
he
going
ate
for
more
him.
because everybody made fun of him for
But
being fat.
Guarantee you, he's making more money than all of us to combine today. He's probably some like
Coder.
coding tech retard over in Silicon Valley making.
You don't
$4
think
million
that
a year.
like he got his life together, cleaned up his body, cleaned up his act and everything, and then just like became a normal old
Yeah, he's actually the
like
Rock.
frat bro. Like what happens to a lot of people.
You know the Rock?
Yeah.
It's him. That's him. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's like an insane career.
You were in middle school with The Rock.
Yeah. It's really cool to see what
Wildly
became of him.
successful.
Insane, one of the best actors in the world. So you never know. You can always turn things. You can always turn shit around for yourself.
So when you go look for these people to make your life feel better, just don't go looking in the wrong direction.
Right. That's right.
You got to know who you're looking for. Is there like a certain traits you see where you know this person won't succeed in life? You know, out of the people that you've seen that you know from your like middle school or high school, the ones that succeeded and the ones that are still working at 7-Eleven.
It's always the ones that cared about popularity more than just being a good person.
More than just like going to school, they were like, "This is my life. Everybody's got to know me."
There was one kid I remember. I'm not gonna say his name because he actually knows me still, which is funny. Like I saw him like a year or two ago, and he was like nice to me. But I hated him in school, in high school. Kind of like a bully kid. He was an ugly kid, but he hung out with all the cool kids. So he kind of got like clout and would hang out with all the hot girls as well, like he would. And went to the football games. I think he was like second string on the football team. And one day, it's like me and like four of the people were in line for a vending machine. I'm like in the middle. He walks up and just cuts everybody, pushes the kid in front out of the way, and goes to buy something. And I go, "Hey, bro, you know we're all in line, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, whatever." And I'm like, "Bro, get the fuck out of the way, you rat," because he looked like a rat. That's how ugly he was. And then my brain fails me because I don't remember what he said after that, but he walked away. And
You got to him.
two of the kids in line were like, "Bro, I totally would have got your back if like shit we were gonna go down." And I was like, "Yeah, all right."
We're in the fucking vending machine line.
No one said anything. And I remember that was the first time I stood up to a kid like that, and it felt really cool. And then I saw him. I think he was like doing like door to door. No, it wasn't that. I think he was working at a Wawa or like something like that, like a higher end gas station. And I was like, "Oh, feels good. This feels nice."
You gotta cut somebody in the checkout.
He got like big. So
So it just went like
everything won. It worked. It worked.
People
out.
peak in parts of their schooling, like high school especially.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they get in a cool group, all that stuff. And it's like my whole life, I've been trying to get into this cool group because all I know is school and all these other random kids, right? So what am I supposed to do with my life? I'm supposed to try to be at the top and everything. But then as soon as school is done and you get into the real world and you realize that the real world is a million times bigger than your tiny little school,
Yeah.
and that cutting somebody in line will get you punched in the face without any words,
Yeah.
they'll just turn you around and punch you right in the face.
Yeah. It doesn't set you up very well. It makes you think that you're invincible.
Yeah. And
And
then
then-
you're like, you're on top of the world, people like you got connections and everything. It's like, you got connections for what? To the drug dealer behind school?
Yeah, you know. You got connections for when your boy's working at McDonald's, you might get free French fries. or
Right?
something. It's like, great. Yeah, I know the CEO of ExxonMobil, so I can go on his yacht once a year if I want to. I don't know the CEO of it. I'm just giving an example.
You're
But,
going
like,
on somebody's yacht once
Yeah.
a year. You don't know who it is.
that guy.
But that's the point.
yeah,
You got connections.
because that totally might be like, look at this fucking nerd, but the nerd owns like, I don't know, Mophie iPhone cases. Something like that. Yeah.
I know, right?
And now he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
And you call him a nerd, but I get to go on his boat. So
Because you were that guy who he was behind you, and you're like, "Hey, man, don't cut us."
yeah, hey, so 20 on pump 5.
It's
Good to see you.
self-serve.
Good to see you, but
Not
20.
if I give you money, then you're gonna go pump my car.
Yeah. Really good to see you, but I'll take a number 2 with no pickles, please. Thank you.
And
All
since
right.
I knew you, could you just throw in some free fries?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that because you'll get fired. That sucks.
That sucks. 28, not a manager, you just register.
You lose $2.50 for the company, and your life is in demise.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna go have sex with a lot of women. Goodbye now.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
Okay. And we're
Sure,
back.
I want to include that.
Nah, I don't think the listeners would enjoy that. I don't think our listener would enjoy
I would
that.
rate that a pretty good burp, though. You know, it was like longer than just a quick
Felt?
burp. It was like carried it. You know,
It
you
felt
got,
good.
you got a good tremolo going. You know, like
Be treble.
treble.
Like bass, like the
No,
undulating bass.
what's it called?
Treble.
Yeah, I guess so. But I thought that was also like the higher octaves.
No, treble's low.
I thought bass was low.
They're both low.
What's that? You know, when you adjust the slider and you put it to bass, and then the other side is,
There's no slider for bass.
you know, like in your car when you like
Oh,
turn the bass up and
well,
then
there's your low, mids, and highs. Treble is like it's more of like the it's like taking an LFO to some sort of note and just kind of undulating it.
LFO undulating.
Low frequency octave. Fucking, what do you not know this? God, it's like talking to
A non-music producer.
God. I like the song I put out.
Yeah, dude, I really do.
It's nice, right?
That was a good one.
That one felt really cool. That
I'm
one,
sad that it was only a minute long.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do though. Is I'm making shorter songs and making them good,
Yeah,
and then just dropping those. Like I don't want to make a really good intro, build up, drop, bridge, and then the drop The second drop
It's
is
like-
just kind of whatever.
Right.
So I'd rather have a minute 20 song that's gold than a 3-minute song that's bronze.
Now that you're doing this more, do you feel like that building up and doing the second part just to, because you can do it all in a minute, but then getting it to go to 2 minutes, do you think that's the hardest part about actually making a longer song?
I think the hardest part about making a long song is keeping the inspiration to continue it while knowing that you have a finished product kind of already. Where you're like, I could put this out or I could just continue it. And that's where it comes down. That's the whole artist thing. I hate to say it, that I'm artist, because like I'm an artist. It's so pretentious, but like there's no other word for it. So I'm going to say that.
yeah, you are an artist.
It's hard to keep inspiration for ideas. Like I'll make something one day and I love it, and then I don't want to work on it anymore. So I'll make something else. And then same thing with that, make something else. So what I found to be the best method is I'll have like 3 or 4 songs I'm working on or more in rotation, and then just kind of jump back and forth to them as I feel inspired by each. Like let's say I have a D&B track. It's like high pace.
Do you think that's a little bit of like ADHD or something?
No, because I listen to interviews with other producers and they talk about the same thing where they just kind of get like a creative block. And they're like, I don't know what to do for this next song or for this next
So
drop.
let's go do something else.
But I have this idea for a crazy tear out D&B track. So then they'll be like, instead of wasting my day not doing anything, let's just make the D&B track.
Right. Yeah.
And then maybe when they're done making that track for the day, like, oh, I actually had an idea for those high notes on this.
So, like,
and then
put
you
it-
go back
yeah,
real quick.
okay.
That's the best way I find, is having multiple things you're working on that are different vibes that you can bounce back and forth from, so that you can feel inspired. Like, oh, I want to do house. Let me work on my house track. I'm actually feeling kind of chill. Let's do the lo-fi track that you've been working on. I'm feeling energy. Let's go fucking big room, big bass,
Yeah.
fucking dubstep.
Do you
whatever.
think that there are any autistic or like retarded artists, music artists out there who could, you know, because they can like super focus in, and they'll have like
Skrillex.
they'll have like everything, but we kind of hear that a lot more towards like the sciences and the maths and stuff. You know, like they're super good at math, or they can like read the whole encyclopedia.
Right.
But are there any that are like, you know, like, oh yeah, this artist is really good, but he's, you know, he's autistic.
There's no like autistic artists that I know of, but the closest thing would be either Skrillex or Fred again. Those guys are just music all the way. Like that's all their brain is music.
Right.
And watching them create shit, it's the coolest thing ever, because they literally, like, within the first 5 minutes, they have something that's better than anything I've ever made times 10.
And they're just like,
They're just like, oh, let me do this, and the screen is moving like crazy.
yeah.
It's so cool to watch, and you also learn a lot because
Yeah.
you can slow it down. I'm like, you went here for that,
But-
for that, here for that.
You don't think that these geniuses are kind of like Elon in the sense of like, he definitely got clipped a little bit. And that's kind of why he's so like,
Yeah, I think Skrillex got clipped. But I love him. Like, not
he's been
to
around
shame.
forever.
Yeah.
When I first got into YouTube, he was there.
Oh yeah.
Like that's how he got big, was when YouTube came out. He put his stuff on YouTube.
Probably. I mean, Scary Monsters, Nice Sprites.
The
Fucking
Call 911 now.
first of the year. Yeah, that's a good one.
You seen the music video for
Of
that?
course.
It's like the slow motion one, right? Which
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
And I threw it on the ground. That's the one that I
That's
saw.
Lonely Island.
That's not Skrillex wasn't in there.
And I threw it on the ground. That's Lonely Island. I did love that
Oh,
song too. I used to watch that video almost every day.
Oh yeah. The thing is, back in the day, you could have these videos that just went viral,
Because there's a lot less of them.
and I think we talked about this before, but I feel like the virology of things is gone
It doesn't hold the same weight.
because everybody has their FYPs.
Your mom could go viral.
in her own circle, though.
No, she could post a video on TikTok. It hits the algorithm in the right way, and now she has 5 million views. I have a TikTok with 3.5 million plays.
Right. Yep.
It's just my friend eating shit on a skateboard.
Yeah.
But if I were to put that out today, like if let's say that video came out today that I put out and I got the 3.5 million, I would make like a couple $1,000s on that.
You could actually monetize it.
Yeah.
Like, didn't you have people like Chive TV hit you up?
Yeah. I had Chive, I had Barstool Sports, and then I had
But there's so many of those. Like, you watch Chive TV, and it's a new thing every 5 seconds.
I told Barstool no. Cuz I fucking hate Barstool. Those mouth reading retards, bro.
Did any of these people offer you money?
No.
They're just like, hey, we want to put it on.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, fuck you. Give me cash.
But how much would that even be worth for a 5
$100.
seconds on a Chive TV in a
Give me $100
bar room? Yeah,
I'm good
and they'll play it for the rest of eternity, pretty
Mhm.
much.
because they're not making money past that on it. All that is bringing more people into their page to follow them, where they can sell their shit merch and whatever.
People are buying Chive TV merch.
I don't know. How do they make their money? They're making the money somewhere.
They're just a station on like a news channel on like network.
Oh,
Like I'm pretty sure they're their own channel.
give me $100 a week
A week.
that you have this video up. No, but the Barstool retards hit me up. And they wanted to post it. I said no. I hate those guys.
For what?
What do you mean? Like, why do I hate them?
Yeah.
I just think that they're all like just mouth breathing, just
because.
duds. The content they put out is ass. Have you listened to any of their podcasts?
No.
Let me explain how their podcasts look and sound. It sounds like they're holding their mics out here. The audio quality is complete shit. The video is in like 720p, and it's just like a wide angle of all of them. It's like, I don't know. Their production value on their content for how much money they have is dog shit. And they don't pay their people well. They steal content from other people. Dave Portnoy is a fucking, I don't know.
That's the guy who eats pizza, right?
He's a pizza guy. He's some fucking like alcoholic, gambling addicted retard.
I'm pretty sure
Running a
Barstool
billion-dollar
like fired him and then rehired him because they were like failing, and they're like, actually, he's the only reason that we're succeeding.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to ever be associated with Barstool Sports in any way.
Wait a minute. Did you hear about how they suck on some other podcast and now you hate them for that?
Yes,
But
I heard
you have no like
no.
of your own critiques. It's just like, no, they said that they were bad, and I'm going to agree with everything they said.
I had this opinion since 2019. I remember the video I saw that made me hate them. It was a podcast that sucked ass, and Lemon Party literally said everything I thought. And I was like, oh
And
my
then-
god, there's other people that get it.
And then you like Lemon Party.
And I love them, and then I heard them say that, and I loved them even more. It wasn't that I don't have my own opinions, it's that someone else had the same opinion of me
right.
as me,
You're right.
and it made me love them even more. Now, if I were to listen to that podcast and then came on here and spit that out, saying that that's my own original thought, that would make me a Barstool Sports mouth-breathing retard. Because I'm just regurgitating shit they saw somewhere else.
Right.
And we don't do that.
You actually saw them and gave your own opinion and input about how awful they were.
Bro, the quality
To
was
yourself.
is so bad. And I'm like, you guys have $1 billion. Get a fucking HD camera.
Look at what we're doing.
Get
this
real
with.
mics. We make $0 on this.
This comes out 1080p though.
It does come out 1080. And it has an intro.
Oh, they don't even have an intro?
They probably don't know. I decided I'm not doing any more moving images on the cuts. I'm just keeping it black.
Just
Like
to the next one.
Just go and then into the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, the majority of people are listening.
yeah. So I was like, why am I wasting?
Like,
Most of the time is me finding the image and then editing the image and to do a thing to cut to the next thing. And I'm like, wait,
this lasts half a second.
this isn't adding anything to the podcast. This is just kind of like nothing. So black screen works. Yeah. Fuck Barstool. Let's go to a question.
Okay.
Find the perfect question. First page. This
Let's
is
go.
huge. This is a record, I think. Let me read the title and just give me your thoughts on the title.
On the title?
My uncle is dating my childhood best friend and it's causing family drama. That's insane.
Uncle's dating your childhood.
No one's
best
uncle should
friend.
ever date a nephew's or niece or nephew's friend. That's weird.
Yeah, what if it's a girl and she's got a girl? I mean, that's obviously what
I guess
it
we'll
is.
find out. Let's see. So yeah, it's real. Oh, okay. All right, let me get through the whole thing and then we'll talk. So yeah, it's real. My uncle, 41 male, and my childhood best friend, 25 female, have apparently been secretly dating for 8 months. I, 26 male, oh, he's a guy, so he probably
That's
wanted-
even worse.
only found out because he slipped up in conversation and I put the pieces together. She confirmed it too. Neither of them have told me, which feels off since I've known both of them my whole life. Now my whole family knows and everyone's divided. Some think it's fine, others think it's weird. I'm stuck in the middle and honestly don't know how to feel. I don't want to be the bad guy, but I also feel betrayed and a little weird because of the age. What should I do? I feel weird to speak to any of them now. Um, Damn. I'll let you start on this.
So let's make this more fun.
Okay.
And we're going to assume that this guy has kind of had like an ongoing crush on this girl.
That's my first thought. I was like, he definitely likes this chick.
And because he would have said something about like, I got my own girlfriend, so I'm not really like jealous or anything. But he said he felt betrayed. Which even if she like started dating one of his, like somebody he didn't know, like, or even one of his friends or something, then he would have been like betrayed because like we were buds and everything. And
dude, imagine getting cucked by your uncle. Your uncle steals your girl.
Wait, you got an uncle you don't like?
If he started fucking a girl that I liked, that I've known for my entire life, I'll probably move out of the state.
What if he?
I'd move to North Carolina.
What if he? Wow, yeah.
My uncle porking my best friend. That's if imagine my uncle fucking Shay.
I was gonna say that. Like you hit her up after a while, and you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's like, "Yeah, I met this funny guy.
God, you know what?
Bar and everything. And he actually has the same last name as you, which is cool. That's what got me attracted to him in the first place.
In this story, she knew that it was his uncle.
Right, but you're learning this from Shay.
Shay wouldn't say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, she would be like, she wouldn't even mention that. I would just find out from my uncle slipping up at dinner. So then I would feel, honestly, I wouldn't feel betrayed. I would just feel like disgusted. Like,
disgusted.
Bro, like, out of all the guys, my uncle.
Do you have a cool uncle?
Yeah, but he's married.
What if he wasn't married? Like his wife died. A year later, you found out that your cool uncle is like dating your best friend.
You know what?
That even makes it weirder.
Let me give some real advice here. I think what you have to do is learn to enjoy it. Think about the positives. Oh, my best friend's going to be at all my Thanksgivings and Christmases and Easter.
You think that relationship's going to last 20 years apart?
I'm just thinking out loud here.
When she's 30, he's going to be 55 or something like that.
Yeah, he's going to be older. All right. There's three things you can do here. You either one, move out of the state,
or the country,
or the planet. Two,
you enter a different dimension. There's only one way to do that.
what are they? The multi-dimensional thing.
Let's start calling it that instead of going to like off yourself. We'll just say, hey, just go to a different dimension.
Yeah, try over. Restart game.
I mean, you're not really restarting in this world. You go to another, and you always win or you always lose. So
that's so funny. Yeah, I like that. It's such. People are saying unalive yourself. Like, no, just go to a new dimension. That's so nice.
There's no way to come back. Ren, and that's probably the good part.
Ren, I want to congratulate you on a really good, funny, original thought. Very good.
Dimension travel.
Yeah,
we can all do it.
Dimension travel in terms of death. That's so good. No one's ever said that before. So yeah, let's go back. One, you either move out of the dimension, country, or state.
So funny.
Two, you cut ties with your best friend and your uncle.
But now the whole family's split. So are we going to have like mom is for it because she's like, anybody can do what they want. Dad isn't because he's like, that's my brother dating your friend. He's weird. Like, he shouldn't be doing that.
I think the dad would be cool, then the mom would be upset.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Think about that.
Your brother's dating our son's friend.
Yeah. Let me get through my options here, though. So, you either leave the country or state, whatever. Two, to cut ties with these people and just try to live a normal life knowing that this is happening.
Is that like you ignore them when they're at the dinner table?
Yeah, you just don't ever hang out with them. You just excuse yourself from any sort of interactions with them.
I mean, obviously that's seen as you not saying hi, not participating. You're obviously...
Well, if you see him in person, you say hi or whatever, but you're never talking to him.
You're not trying to hang out.
You're not going to be like a dick and just not talk to him. You're not going to be like, give him the cold shoulder, look away.
Right.
You're just not going to you'll never relate with that guy. Or three, kill both of them. Probably kill her. So you don't kill your family. Kill her.
So the one that you... Wait, so he felt betrayed by the girl and his uncle.
So you killed the girl.
So he kills the girl.
So you're not going to kill your family member. That's fucked up.
I feel like that's what everybody does, though. Like, that's what majority of murders
I'm not killing my uncle. I'm killing some hoe over my uncle. I'm sorry.
But that
Like
hoe
what,
is like
though?
your best friends as long as you've lived. Like she doesn't deserve to die. What about
You're
trying to get them
right.
to break up? You didn't think about that option?
I did it, and I know exactly what to do. What's the one thing that all uncles have in common?
Nephews?
Pedophile.
Okay.
What we do is we're planting over 10 terabytes of CPU on our uncle's computer, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it to random wallpaper.
Just change.
So every time he loads his computer up, it's gonna flip to a
Yep.
new one.
And we're gonna bury it deep in the file so that he can't delete it.
It's gonna be under like network settings or something. And we're going to go ahead and set up a scenario where you are gonna be with both of them. Hey, do you want to hang out? Come over to my place, or let's go to
Bring your computer so we can make some tunes.
Yeah, hey, you want to cook up some beats? Can you bring your laptop over? And then he comes over. I don't know where either way.
Oh.
In this scenario, it's all set up already. He comes over. He sits down. All right, let's go work on music. His girlfriend, your best friend's right here. You're right here. Laptop up. Child sucking a cock. 6-year-old person.
And you go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And then you go, what the fuck? Hey, best friend, are you seeing what my uncle's?
Uncle, how could you do this?
And then what you do is you sit back and you go like this.
With the slight smirk on your
You
face.
just watch them fight over your lap. Someone gets hit, someone cries, and then you get to hang out with your best friend
And
again.
then what happens? Yep, your best friend comes to you and she says, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know that he was such a creep pedophile like that." I don't know.
And then hopefully she goes, "Do you want to have sex with me?"
Yeah, and then she goes, "Yeah, he's actually kind of fat and sweaty."
All this pedophile talk got me horny. You know what I mean?
Now, that won't work if your uncle is rich, which is also why she might be with him.
Why wouldn't that work? Pedophile's a pedophile.
Yeah, I guess so. But also,
Like,
like,
he's gonna be like, "I'll give you $10 million if you don't say anything."
why wouldn't he just be like, this is not on here. Somebody hacked my computer. This isn't me.
That's what they all
And
say.
then you go, oh, you're right. Let me get rid of it for you. And so you go in and you go, no. There's terabytes downloaded. Terabytes. You can't. This isn't a virus.
This
And
isn't-
your uncle's 40. How is he supposed to know?
Yeah.
And she's a she.
Oh,
so how is
dude.
she supposed to know?
Think about your uncle's like in his head. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then in your head, you're like,
It couldn't have been because of that one link I clicked.
AT&T said I had an overdue bill. It was on text, and I sent them the money.
Wait, did you upgrade to fiber recently?
Oh god. Gmail said I owed them money. I got an email from Gmail instead of Gmail. It's just like one thing off. AT&T said that I owe them.
I have to send them 1.5 Bitcoin by tomorrow,
or they're gonna cancel my internet. Now I have child. I don't even want to say it out loud. It feels weird. We're in kind of public.
So yeah, all we got to do is just get you to break up with.
Wait, hold on. We're not the end yet. So the scenario right now is we put CP on your uncle's computer. Your best friend finds out, breaks up with your uncle. Your uncle is in a spiral because he has no idea what's going on. He probably ends up killing himself.
Tell the whole family so that they all excommunicate him.
You don't even do that because that makes you now possibly the guy that did it.
Because you go to their family. I'm like, he was screwing
No.
my best friend, and now we found out his computer's loaded with CP.
I guess you tell your family, but you do it in a way you tell your parents and then they tell the family. Because you don't want to be like
Yeah,
in the group chat, "Yo, Uncle Steve's fucking kids."
Take a picture.
So by this moment in the timeline, you have your best friend back. Your uncle has killed himself because he's so distraught from everything. He had a trial, he had a case and everything. He had a trial date, and he killed himself 2
He
weeks
went
before.
dimension traveling.
Even after we paid for his fucking bail, paid a lot for his bail, but he ended up killing himself anyway. Sorry about that.
And so then you go to your best friend and you tell her
And
about
you go, "What a
how
crazy story!"
you inadvertently, by inviting your uncle over to make beats, saved her from a child predator.
You play the sympathy card, and you go, "I'll be here for you forever. No one's ever gonna do that to you." And then you get to get like an okay blowjob. Imagine getting like an okay.
Thank you, blowjob.
You get like a sorrowful thank you, like 5 out of 10 blowjob. You feel the molars a little bit halfway through, but you don't say anything because she's mourning. She's crying while doing it.
But also, it's all you've dreamed about for 25 years.
Yeah, this is the best. I'll take like a toothy blowjob with a girl I've known for 25 years over the best head ever from a girl I just met. 100%. I want a toothy blowjob from a high school friend than the best top ever from a
Elementary
random
school.
chick.
Elementary school.
Here's the thing: if I think about that, now I'm thinking about elementary school girls that I know, but I'm only thinking about them as elementary school girls. So I think I'm a. This is all right. I think we answered the question. Plant CP on your uncle's computer and get him arrested, and he'll probably end up killing himself. And you don't have to deal with that anymore. Honestly, that's the most real advice.
That's actually the most real one, where you can't really ignore them.
There's nothing you could do except for that.
You can't kill them. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't do that. That'd be
You
bad.
can't.
We don't endorse that.
You just gotta get them to break up.
Yeah, just put CP on his computer.
But then
Just
he's
put
thinking, like, where am I gonna get the CP?
Oh, there's like tons of websites. I'll send you a few after. Just kidding. Just kidding.
This is a character piece.
Character piece. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're doing a one and done today. That was a lot. That was a lot.
That was a great question.
That was
We're
a great
definitely
question.
helping people out there with
Truly
their uncle problems.
giving great uncle advice.
This got so much better when it was two men. When it was a guy. Like if it was a girl,
If it was
and
a
then her
girl, then it would have been
best friend,
kind of weird.
just join them. If just
Yeah.
make it polygamous.
Sure.
Then you don't have to be
Just-
jealous of them.
Just have incest. Just do incest. That's what you're saying, right?
No, it's not blood uncle.
It's your uncle. Oh, we're adopted. We're adopted from the Ukraine in this scenario. I think we helped. I think we really did a lot. We did God's work today.
We gave him a lot of options.
Yeah, they have 3 different options of paths to take for this. I'm excited to see. Hey, right? Call in. Call in once you figure it
We
out.
want to know what happened.
I can't wait to get like actual like listeners who give us questions, and then they could send us like.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments.
We always forget to do that. Put them in the comments. We want to answer your questions instead of questions
Put
on
them
Reddit.
in a public forum where everybody can see them, know who you are and your profile, and then we can judge you and your profile picture based off of your question.
I think, yeah, to submit a question, we need full name, address, zip code, birth certificate,
Favorite color, mother's maiden name,
name of your first dog,
bank account, number, and routing.
what street you grew up on,
all important.
and your
Getting our advice.
and then your social to round it out. I think we got all the information we need. Oh, social.
and then you leave the country, and we steal your identity.
But we'll also answer your question. Hey, yeah, I have an internship this summer, but I really want to go on a trip to Mexico with my friends. What should I do?
We'll do your internship.
Oh, Jake Mitchell from Birmingham, Alabama, 33407 zip code. Just like start saying all this
What?
information.
That's what we got to do.
Do the
Identity replacement.
Do the opposite of Jake and Amir, where if I were you, instead of hiding their anonymity, we give out all of their information and then read their questions.
We'll look them up. We tell all their family members. We text their mother.
No, we'll do it quick. It's like full name, address, zip code, social, and then like
where they work.
and then one of the security questions. Like, and his first dog's name was Gizmo.
Yeah.
Anyway, he wants to know whether he should go to Mexico or start an internship this summer. It's like, and while it's happening, people are just stealing their identity. They have another tab open.
And he leaves for Mexico.
Yeah, they just get into some dumb questions. But. All right, yeah, that'll be it. If you are actually, if anyone's watching this, send us a question. I'd love to answer it. This has been Bad Influence. We didn't dap up in the beginning, so we'll get it right here. Very, very poor. Probably 3 out of 10.
It's been my whole life like
One more
that.
time. Just. All right, that was a 5 out of 10.
Give it
Thank you
2
for
points.
watching, everybody.